Hey folks, this is Nick.
And I'm Brandon, and this is Coast to Coast.
Cool. We're not ready, but hi, how are you doing? Hey guys, it's Coast to Coast.
Let's go.
Oh boy.
Welcome back to the Coast to Coast podcast. Everybody, thank you for being here. Before we begin, I just got to remind you, it'd be awesome if you could do us all a favor. Like, subscribe, share, comment, engage with us. Buy us a coffee over at buymeacoffee.com. We're registered for Coffee Crisp, which we haven't even had a Coffee Crisp on here in an eternity. Now
I wish people would like us. We're good dudes. We need friends too.
Wait, hang on.
What am I?
Hang on.
You're Mary.
I'm so lonely. Oh, so lonely.
I'm so lonesome I could cry.
Nah, it's way too early for that.
Oh.
Anyway, what's on the docket today? Anyways, buddy, it's like nothing, right?
There isn't no
like
docket.
one
the
thing.
docket has been.
Do we have one thing or do we have two things? I think we have two things.
We have things.
We have a couple things.
Did you do the thing yet?
We have not done the thing. We got to do a thing.
Oh, okay.
It hasn't been done?
I didn't think it had been.
Oh. I don't think it's been done. You want to do the thing or you want me to do the thing? If you say go, I'll do the first thing.
Go.
Okay. Well, let's get started here, people. First off, we got to get these birthday things out the way, okay? And I don't mean that to be bad or nothing, because this is actually a pretty cool one right here. This week's birthdays, born on December 3rd, 1948, English singer, songwriter, TV personality, rose to prominence in the 70s, okay, as the lead vocalist of the heavy metal band Black Sabbath. Ladies and gentlemen, I give to you John Michael Ozzy Osbourne. Yeah. Woo! Ozzy, you're amazing.
The only way you could have been any better is if you would have had a damn bat to bite off his head.
Right. I know.
Here's to you, my friend.
Are you doing the next one? Who's doing the next one? The next one's cool too.
I'll do it. Walter Elias Disney. AKA Walt Disney, you don't say. Was an American entrepreneur.
Fucking dick.
Animator, writer, voice actor. Well,
you don't say.
From now on, I'm just going to continue to put stuff you guys can't pronounce.
I'm just playing. Voice actor and film producer. A pioneer of the American animation industry. This episode's going down fast. He introduced several developments in the production of cartoons. Born December 5th, 1901, Hermosa, Chicago, Illinois. Hermosa. That's I have a Spanish word.
I have a thing.
What?
Can I put my hand down now?
Yeah.
That doesn't say developments. It says developments.
Yes, I tried to ignore that. The word spelled right, I got wrong. So I'd say the one that's spelled wrong right.
That happens. It's all good.
Go ahead, Mary.
Mary, are you doing the next one, or is someone else doing the next one? What are we doing?
Well, I had 4 because I thought Ferris was going to do one, but Ferris's internet is acting up. So do we just skip the next one because Nick doesn't want to do that one?
Let's go on to the next
Okay.
one.
All right.
Just
So
go to the last one.
Emily Elizabeth Dickinson was an American poet, little known during her life. She has since been regarded as one of the most important figures in American poetry. Dickinson was born in Amherst, Massachusetts, into a prominent family with strong ties to its community. Born December 10th, 1830, Amherst. I guess that's Massachusetts. Is MA Massachusetts?
I don't know because I don't have all that.
I don't have all that either.
My chat goes most important, and then there's nothing.
Same.
So I'm glad you had to read that one because I don't have it.
Yeah, I did that on purpose because it wouldn't paste all of that for you guys to see.
Now it makes sense. See, I can see clearly now. The rain is gone. I'm not doing it right now.
I thought it was too early for that.
It's way too early. Look at this face. This face hasn't slept in about 8 years. Okay.
I don't want to hear it when you guys are looting.
I got it, Mary. When he said he could see clearly now the rain is gone, I go, who stopped the rain?
Oh, there you go.
Yes, there you go. Now you guys are kind of getting the concept.
Mary, do you want to share your
Rainy
idea with the people?
night in Georgia.
No, she just wants to sing.
No, see, that's wrong because you're saying rainy night when we just said the rain stopped.
It doesn't matter. Rain. As long as there's a okay. So you guys, if you think this is a good idea,
cut,
and it would help put our host on the spot, I thought it would be fun if occasionally one of us, like if a song popped into our heads because we all know each other from singing together and stuff. If a thought pops into our head and it's a song, if we sing a song lyric and then the other one has to either go with that word or go with the theme from that song.
And scene. That's all the time we
turns.
have for today. It's been a great show, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you. Love y'all.
I love how when you guys talk and tell stupid stories, it's fine. But when I have an idea,
that's our job.
Yeah,
That's our job. That's what we do.
Mary, just
it's what we get paid the big bucks for.
We love you to
nobody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You're both in the hole.
I'm in the hole, dude. Hang on.
Well, if I have to be in a hole, there ain't nobody else better to be in a hole with than
It's dark down here.
I hope the chick from the ring gets you.
So I mean, I'm down to try that song thing at some point, Mary.
All right. Well, in this episode.
Nick's getting creepy, people. I think on this episode,
face, Nick.
I think on this episode, we've already lost 3 out of the 2 listeners that we had. Just saying.
Well,
you know what we haven't done in a long time? Like, seriously, it's been a very long time.
High five.
How has your week been, buddy? Oh, high five.
My week?
Yeah.
In some aspects, good. In some aspects, just another week.
Yeah.
But yesterday. Oh!
Yes, yesterday.
Yesterday was a very special day, my friend.
Oh, was it for the good reason or the other not so good reason?
Well, if you put it that way, it was a fantastic day that ended fucked up.
I was on the phone with him for the second half.
It was
probably tell him about the first half.
It was like a fantastic family vacation, and then all of a sudden, Uncle Bill got wasted. Now his clothes are off, and he's running around the hotel with a Santa hat on. Catch the damn guy. Bill, get over here. Kind of like that.
Oh, my God. What was the good part? Let's tell the people the good part,
people.
Oh, I guess there's 2 bad parts.
I'm not telling anybody.
You don't want to tell the people what happened that was so awesome yesterday?
I'll tell them.
I know you're dying to tell people.
Yesterday, we recorded our first episode of Giant Voice.
Yeah, and by we, Nick means Nick.
Yeah. Brandon bailed on me. He gave me the finger and said, I ain't doing it.
Yeah, I said, screw you, dude. I don't want to do this no more.
He doesn't like the idea.
Oh, please.
No.
I was stuck at work at my day job because it started way too early in my time zone, but right on time in your time zone. So,
Tried, man.
That's what happens when you're on the East Coast.
You're on your side trying to teach while you're going, how's it going? Man, I wish I was there. And I'm on this side going in my head, damn, where the hell is he?
And what happened? Who came to save the day so Brandon could at least be a part of it in some way, shape, or fashion?
Well, Nick started a video call in line so that I could see things, but then he bailed. Luckily, Mary was there to save the day.
I bailed
Good job,
because
Mary.
I had headphones on. You wouldn't have been able to hear it.
I was PMing you while he started the call to say, "Do you
PMing,
wanna call me?"
somebody means private messaging people, not peeing.
Or she could be PSMing, but she doesn't want to put the S in there.
Oh, PMSing?
I'm not
SMing.
PMSing.
SMing.
You guys just
SPMing. MPSCOC. So, you know.
meeting again.
SPCA? CNN? NBC? 1, 2, 3.
Sports Illustrated.
Oh, man.
Anyways, yeah, so we did our first episode of Giant Voice. I got it all episoded.
All episoded?
And that there, folks, is the end of our podcasting career.
We're done. We're firing ourselves today. I'm firing myself for not being able to be there for the premiere episode of Giant Voice yesterday. Nick's firing himself for not being able to just plainly say words today.
It's all edited and ready to go. I just got to upload it now.
It's episoded, people. You heard it.
We episoded the shit out of it.
Oh, man. This goes out to all active military and military veterans. First, we would like to acknowledge you for your service to our country and remind you that your sacrifices were not in vain and are greatly appreciated by those of us that still remember the true price of freedom is, in fact, not actually free. We are Nick and Brandon from the Coast to Coast podcast, and we, along with the rest of our administrative team, would like to invite you to partake in an opportunity to meet with like-minded veteran servicemen and women from within multiple branches of the United States Military Services. Our primary goal is to provide a platform where you and approximately 3 to 6 other United States military veterans or active service members at a time can come together to discuss your service, swap stories, and essentially provide your listening audience with a real-life, in-depth look into what it was truly like to serve this country, both abroad and at home, throughout the duration of the contract that you held. Our intention is to provide you with an open forum or session where your voice can be heard, to act as a safe place where you can be free to discuss your views, opinions, and feelings without having to worry about the demonstrative nature of immediate censorship or judgment. A place where previously lost connections have the potential to be restored, and a platform to bring forth the seldomly conversed but existentially pivotal awarenesses regarding the truths behind your sacrifice, so that the youth of our country today may come to see, recognize, and better understand the exigencies of the circumstances with which they are enlisting, should the decision of military enlistment be their prerogative. It is our firm belief that far too much time has elapsed within the shadow of fear regarding the ramifications of what might happen should we choose to speak up, speak out, or quite simply just tell it how it is. And we do not believe that we, as the American people, should continue to feel as if we are unyieldingly pressured to suppress our God-given and constitutional rights to freely speak our minds, especially when taking into consideration the actions that so many of our veterans and active service members were made to endure while in service to their country. We would like for this idea to have the ability to transition into an outlet where, should you choose, you could potentially continue to utilize the platform so that you may further those connections we are so positive will inevitably become established throughout these interactions. Rest assured that we will never suggest you share anything that you are not comfortable with, and that participation within this project, in part or as a whole, is entirely up to your sole discretion. It is also our intention that each recorded session be made to bring awareness and engagement to one or various designated charitable organizations, and although monetary donations may be requested of the viewing or listening audience once aired, your involvement in the recorded session would not bind you to any potential financial obligation regarding any session recorded in the past, present, or future. Included in this advertisement, you will find a short form that, should you choose to participate, we would like for you to fill out, as it contains some very basic questions regarding the minimal amount of information that we would need prior to the recording of each discussion. This is Brandon from the Coast to Coast podcast. On behalf of Nick and the entire rest of the administrative team, we thank you for your time and eagerly await your feedback. Did you want to share anything about it with the folks on this one?
We could share a clip. I'll just pick a random clip because I didn't get. I
Yeah,
wanted to do a couple of clips, but I didn't have time to edit the whole thing. It was like an hour and 45 minutes.
Oh, so it's not fully episoded.
No, it's
just partly
fully
episoded.
It's completely done. I just didn't get to cut clips for this episode to share.
Gotcha.
So what I'll have to do is just put the whole thing on, and I'll just scroll.
Go to
through,
a
pick
random spot
and play it.
Let's do it. I'm
Want it?
excited. Yes.
I like the idea.
Just make sure it's within the first hour and a half ish, because I caught the end.
So
I
just
want to
don't
see
play what
something
you
I
already
haven't
saw.
seen yet. Yeah, I want to see something I haven't seen yet, man. Because the end, dude, the part that I saw, there were a couple parts where I'm sitting there just watching, right?
Yeah.
Through Mary sharing it on the Line app so I can actually see what was going on. And I'm over here getting choked up. I'm like, I'm going to cry. Oh my God.
Oh, dude,
It was some powerful shit, bro.
Yeah,
so I want to see some more powerful shit that I didn't get to see the first time.
Well, I don't usually do that, but I will video record myself in the bathroom.
I don't usually do these things. Said somebody who always does these kind of things.
What are you doing? Brandon wants to see a power shit.
Please don't.
These are our guests for the first episode of Giant Voice. Oh, look at I'm smiling.
Aw. So was Chris.
Pick a time, dude. Pick a time, anytime.
35:43. I don't know. Watch, it'll be like it'll be the one area of dead space. It's like nobody said anything for 5 minutes right there. That'd be awesome.
35:40. Well, it jumped, but
That's close enough.
All right.
It's definitely hard to, compartmentalize, I guess, what you saw and what happened over there. And then, have taken care of a family and a new family. And it's definitely hard.
Did you have a family when you were deployed the last time, or?
I had, my last time in Afghanistan, I had my son who was 3 months old and my wife. So yeah, it was the easiest deployment where I was, but honestly, it was the hardest. It was definitely the hardest to be away from my son at that time. And I couldn't do it again. With my 2 boys, there's no way I could.
Yes.
Did he just say the last time he deployed, his son was 3 months old?
Something like that.
This is the kind of shit these guys go through in service to our United States of America for us, y'all.
Right.
Oh, just wait till you hear what Larry went through.
Oh,
yeah. You want to hear that?
okay. Dude, that one right there. I'm thinking about my kids and shit. And I don't know how long he was deployed for. I don't know if he goes into it or not, but I'm
sure
sorry. Anything longer
7
than
months,
a couple days. Oh my God. No. Oh, that would you might as well just rip my heart right out of my chest.
So right about here, I just remember.
There's nobody in that unit at that time that I don't think that I could call on wouldn't be there for me or would turn their back on me at all.
Yeah. And I mean, I didn't see Larry or pretty much any other cooks for all 7 months. And then when we got back together, it was like nothing ever changed. We went back to drinking beers out in barracks. I mean, nothing changed.
Right.
Yeah, and the group that we had, at least for myself, there was nobody that I didn't like. You know what I mean?
Right.
Not that you hung out with everybody outside of work, but there was nobody that I disliked or had a problem with. I
No,
cared about
not what. Yeah, I can vouch for that.
You like that
I can
transition?
vouch for her personally. Was always there for me. Like during
Here we go.
the whole Iraq thing, my mom had passed away between the two
Oh, yeah.
deployments, and so that made it rough.
Shit.
But there was always a few personal people that I could call upon. I knew I could call upon all of them, but Bernard was one of the ones that stood out. That was really there for me to remind me, you got this. You're good. I want to say I've always appreciated you for that. Thank you for being there, just to help my mental go. Some of the stuff you said just made me think, he's right, and keep moving.
Well,
So I appreciate you amongst everybody, but you're here now. Some of the other people aren't here, but thank you for being there for me. I just want to say that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and since we're singing the praises of Chris, I was the only child when I grew up, and I definitely lived a shelter life. And going to Iraq, I was 19 when I went there, and I looked at Chris like an older brother. And what he taught me during that deployment, I used all the way to the last day of my military. And I feel lucky to have him, Bates, Washington, a lot of the other senior NCOs. I feel like I got so far in the military because of them and the lessons they taught me.
So this right here, when it starts
Wow.
right here, it gets real emotional about stuff they talk about.
Yeah.
Larry went a little bit more into it, where like his mom passed, but he like a lot of people be like, I just can't handle it, and they would bail.
Yeah.
And he pushed, and he went and redeployed anyways.
Here's what I'm going to say about that then. If y'all want to see the rest of this, we should probably tell them where to find it, buddy. Where would they be able to find this so that they can check
So-
it out for themselves?
We have where our YouTube channel is. We also have a separate channel on there that's Giant Voice. And then on our Rumble account, we have a Giant Voice channel. And it'll be on our audio platforms, which I will also mention. One of our audio platforms is Spotify,
Yes.
which has now started also doing video.
Vidya.
And we opted in as a chance to try the new video thing out, and they accepted
Yeah.
us. So we have video on Spotify.
That's cool. So is this are we in like a beta testing group kind of thing?
I'm not sure what it is. I just know that they only for a short time were giving people a chance to sign up for it. They didn't just make it an option.
Yeah.
You had to, I got the email the day I told you
We had
guys,
to
and you had to go
apply
in
or
and
whatever.
apply for it, and then they're like, we'll let you know if we'll accept you.
That's cool.
And then, so.
Okay. I like it. I'm excited.
It was a great episode, man. There's some good stuff in there.
Dude, I
Happy,
cannot wait
sad,
to
all
see the
kinds of
whole
stuff.
thing. By the way, y'all, for those of you seeing this right now on YouTube, this is before that actually is complete and fully ready for viewing, right? That was essentially a sneak peek,
Sneak
if you will.
Sneakiest, peakiest.
Sneaky peeky.
I will say at the end, it just shows what this is going to mean to people because they kept thanking me for doing this.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's us, but just because I was there, they were thanking me.
Yeah. Yeah.
You get it.
I got you.
They
High
all
five.
loved it. They loved the idea. Damn it, I keep going the wrong way.
Go for the 2.
The two.
Ferris taught us that the other week. I pay attention to certain things sometimes.
I kept this thing mirrored for the longest time when we were doing this, so it's just a habit. I can't.
Gotcha. But don't do that. Don't do that.
Which is stupid because I would go like this because when it was mirrored, when I do this, it's on the right side, but then when it would play, I'm on the wrong side. I'm like,
yeah, for me, you're on the left of my screen, so I just with my left hand anyway.
yeah, see,
Yeah.
my left hand every time.
Help, I've fallen and I can't get up.
On that
Left hand,
note,
huh, Nick? Left hand, huh, Nick?
Oh,
It's the
Ferris, pipe it
stranger,
in,
man.
y'all.
It's the stranger.
How you doing, Phantom?
Fair.
Well, forgive me, Mary. I know you got something coming up, but just real quick. Because my internet sucks right now. I can't share anything. I can't even stay on my computer. So I'm eating me a pizza.
I'm hungry, damn it.
I'm
That's
full.
right.
I had dinner and dessert and all that kinds of stuff not that long ago. Yeah, Ferris is having some router issues, I guess, which coincides with some of the things going on with Nick last night, which is why
The
the
next thing
day
we're gonna
kind of
bring
ended
up-
I
up.
blame Nick.
screwy.
It's Nick's fault. He
It's-
started
Yeah,
it.
Nick
You're
started
next,
the bad
Brandon.
juju.
It's the new
No,
pandemic.
don't you say that. What are
I'm gonna
you
have a
eating?
jingle
The
cookie.
box itself must be green because it's
It is.
blending in with your background.
It's
See,
my
we need to
jingle
do what
cookie.
Mary's doing. She don't have a router. She just got a garage door you open. That's
That's right.
it. And it just boom.
Her garage door is like an antenna, and it picks up everybody. And that's the internet.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Mary. Go ahead. What you got?
I just wanted to know if you guys were interested in Linda's question of the week.
We will be in just a minute.
Always interested in Linda's question of the week in just a minute.
Well, as long as that just a minute gives me time to go to the fridge and get a tea because I'm thirsty.
All right, go ahead.
Hey, he's the one that said just a minute.
Okay.
Hurry up.
I think he's over there.
57, 56, 55.
55 bottles of beer on the wall.
Two things.
No, let's
First,
not do that.
Ferris, would you like to chime in on the giant voice thing, what we were just talking about? You want to say anything? No? Okay.
Wow. Give the man a chance to speak. He's got no
Probably a good
energy.
time. I had cheese pizza in my mouth. I don't know if that's
Oh.
a good thing though.
There we go.
Now I will say this, Brandon, it sucks you couldn't be there. Let me
I
get this food
know.
out of my mouth.
Dude, I
But
was
you know,
so
you gotta
pissed.
make a paycheck, and we understand that. But that being said, Nick, you did a fantastic job. Appreciate the hard work you put into that.
Hell yeah.
And the jitters and everything, but you did fine. I was proud.
It's smooth.
You did
That was
awesome,
the
dude.
first one, and I just wanted
Dude,
it to be.
you did freaking fantastic.
You did. You did a great job.
By the way, again, Giant Voice is kind of Ferris's baby over here. If it weren't for Ferris, we probably wouldn't have done it. Just saying. So thank you, Ferris, as well.
I think I don't want to count the eggs for the hatch kind of thing, but I feel really good about it. I know Nick does. I know we all do, but that's just it. It's actually, it's all of us. I mean, I'm gonna give a little history of this for the viewers. We were literally just chatting on a phone call on
Can I
the
just
Magical
mention-
Line app.
That phone call lasted like near all day. Each of us was just like on and off, but it
Yes.
just kept going like all day.
Yeah.
That is our think tank opportunity. And sometimes we're just, shooting the shit. Sometimes we're really getting it
Working.
done. It just depends. And Nick mentioned something about his uncle, who we had tried to get on the show and still going to try, and how he was a veteran and things like that. And we got talking about that. And all of a sudden, I know me and Brandon were thinking the same. Mary normally stays quiet on those calls, but when she spoke up, we all kind of thought the same thing, that, this would be a great opportunity to allow, the backbone of our military to actually just tell their story. And these guys were cooks, y'all. These are not SEALs or Green Beret or nothing like that out there and doing what you normally would see in a movie or on CNN or whatever. These are everyday soldiers that are supplying a lifeline to other soldiers.
Yep.
When it comes to eating, we all like to eat, right? They have to eat. And these guys, they have more stories than that. And we're looking forward to seeing them come back and doing the next one or down the road or whatever. But
mind you, these days, it's even though you're cook, you're still infantry.
Yeah,
man.
you're still toting a firearm
you
because
still go in there. They're like, okay, you're done.
Yeah,
cooking. Get your gun. Let's go.
You
got to keep people from stealing cornbread too.
The bit that I saw, they were talking about like going out and doing stuff, and I'm like, dang, okay. So first off, you got to wake up and cook everybody breakfast, and then when shit
Then
hits
go
the
fight
fan,
with
you
them.
got to go be next to them. That's okay.
Which is kind of crazy. I didn't think about it from this standpoint, but like everybody else is just doing their thing. They're eating. They're getting mentally ready for the mission, and these guys are having to cook, feed everybody, get everything cleaned up. Wait, let me get my gun. I got to get my boots on. That's how I envision. I was just not like that, but it's just it.
The description is funny, but the real life application of it it's kind of one of those things where it gives you a deeper appreciation of holy fuck, that's what they essentially would have to go through. Like that's
Yeah, it's
insane.
nuts.
That's crazy.
Yeah, being a cook was like their day job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then after they finished their day job, they still had to, be Marines and
Yeah.
go out and
In Ferris, remember, I don't know if you were there, you heard it, but at the end, the one dude, Owen, was like, not only did he thank us for doing this, but he's like, I hear other podcasts, and they're like you said, they're like Navy SEALs and special ops, and they're all the fancy smancy. Ooh, he's like, you don't hear him talking to the cooks and the mechanics, and the normal infantry dudes are just out there.
But
No doubt. Yeah,
the quote normal infantry dudes are the ones that keep the entire operation going. It's just like
Right.
the blue collar workers here in the States. Without the blue collar workers, none of the shit that we have would exist. Without
right.
those guys, the cooks and the mechanics and the guys taking care of shit behind the scenes, none of the operations the way that they operate over there would be able to exist.
Yeah.
They're
Well,
the ones
just
that
as a
keep the show
disclaimer,
running.
Any Navy SEAls or Green Beret out there.
Oh yeah, nothing against
Nick-
them. They'll kick
yeah,
my
Nick-
ass.
Yeah. No,
I'm not-
it's a collective appreciation for every person
Yes.
where it puts the boots on, okay, or
Absolutely.
flips the burgers in the chow hall, whatever. The EMTs, paramedics, my stepbrother, just to kind of play on to this a little bit. I'm proud of him. He went to Air Force Reserves, bounced around different branches, mainly National Guard, that kind of thing. Got his training as a paramedic, and now he is a SWAT paramedic for a locality. Okay, so he loves what he does, and I didn't even know. I didn't think about it, but I didn't even know SWAT teams had a paramedic. But it makes sense, and you got to have somebody there on site.
Well,
Dude,
I'm
that's
like,
fucking
wow.
awesome.
I wasn't
Yeah, so
saying
he
nothing
got-
bad about the special op people. I'm just making a point.
No,
out
I know.
Nobody's
I was
listening
just- I
to
was
the little
making a
guy.
joke.
Uh,
Yeah, no.
And he was just like,
Yeah.
thank you for hearing us and letting us tell our stories, man.
Well, yeah, they've got stories too, and they
Yeah.
deserve to be heard just as much as anybody else who'd been over there and gone through what they had gone through. The thing that I think really hit home with me when we were first talking about doing this, is if you look at most other podcasts, okay? I mean, obviously we're already we're different, okay?
Yeah.
We're just built different. But most of the other things that I've seen where former service members or active military come on and discuss what's going on, they're being like straight up interviewed the entire time, right? It's like, okay, here's this question. Okay, here's this question. Okay, that's your answer. Here's this question. This is not that. Giant Voice is for them.
Yeah.
Okay. Nick had a handful of questions that, he thought maybe he could ask at certain point in time. Turns out he didn't even hardly need to ask a question. And if he had a question, it was based on what they were already talking about anyways,
Yeah,
which is what we had
jumped in if they
intended.
seem like, it was just quiet for a minute. Because it's a new thing for everybody.
Well, but that's the thing though. Like that's what we had intended as far as
Right.
questions from us. We wanted our questions to be based on the relevancy of the conversation they were having. And that's what you did yesterday, dude. And it
Basically,
was
yeah.
fucking perfect. It was awesome.
It was fun. Oh, it was fun.
It was interesting too to do it on a day right after the 80-year. I don't want to say. I don't like saying. I know it's anniversary, but for me, the bombing of Pearl Harbor was it was a catalyst for a lot of things, not just the United States thinking, hey, we can whatever you want to, however you want to believe it happened. Some people believe it happened propaganda. Some people happened because of patriotism. It's like, hey, it's time for us to get in this war. But to see a younger generation, vets from Afghan war and Iran and all that, step into those shoes of the World War II veterans. I mean, those guys were, they're tough.
Yeah.
They're like you and me, but they're tough to go through that kind of thing, not just Pearl Harbor, but the whole thing. And then now they're in their 80s and 90s, or 90s. And I mean, that is a generation that is almost gone. And this new generation of veterans like Chris and Owen and Larry, they got to fill those shoes, and I think they're doing a fantastic job.
Oh, absolutely.
Definitely.
Absolutely. I have nothing but the utmost respect for those that have chosen to serve and go that path, regardless of whatever branch they choose. I mean, I know the branches like to make fun and poke fun at the other branches and all that, but me here, I'm like, hey, whichever way you go, that's like one of the most noble pathways, in my opinion. You know, it's like to do what they do, knowing that there's a chance for them to go through shit, right?
Yeah.
Is, in my opinion, just a super selfless act because they're
definitely.
choosing to go. They're volunteering
That's right.
for it. They're not being drafted, people. They're enlisting on their own volition. And anyway.
So think about that when you're all upset that the car you got wasn't the right color.
Right. Thank you. That's kind of where I was trying to go. And then I lost my train of thought because I saw a chat message pop up and I was reading it while I was talking because I'm an idiot.
So
Anyway.
we got Linda's question a day ago, but just real quick,
Yeah.
to finish my damn thing because it kind of got away.
No.
I'm going to segue real quick into how my day went from holy, that was awesome, to son of a bitch.
Yes, we got to finish that story.
Because this could have been bad, man. What could have happened during me trying to do this show? When it happened, I was like, holy shit. Literally did the show. A couple hours later, I'm downstairs. I want to get on my Xbox. He was on Xbox.
I was
And all of a sudden,
waiting on him.
everything started getting bonkers. I kept getting kicked off. My frickin' router died. Just, oh.
That sounds familiar.
We were connected. We had only started like talking to each other. We hadn't like decided on a game or anything. We were just kind of bullshitting and going through some shit on the Xbox. And then all of a sudden he's like gone. Right. And what the hell? That was weird. So I call him on his cell phone and I get a text message back from him. He's like, hey, I don't know what happened. It just like booted me out. I text him back. Well, I just tried calling you and it went like straight to voicemail. You did?
It did.
Like, yeah, give me a call, dude. We'll talk about it.
Then I got back
I don't know
on
if you were
for-
connected to your Wi-Fi when I was
No.
trying to call.
No,
and
I
it just
didn't
wasn't,
hear it.
or
I
what?
think my
I don't
volume
know.
was off.
Could be.
But then it got back on just for a second, but it wouldn't do anything, and it was right back off.
Oh, tell
then
them
it
what
just-
happened when you ran the
I was like-
connection test.
Well, I was like, I ran a connection test. It just said unavailable. There's nothing to test
Yeah.
here, even
That
though I
was
was
awesome.
connected. So I was like, sometimes it gets like squirrely, so you got to reboot a router, and it kind of cleans up the packets and all that. So like, it looks like I got to reboot. I rebooted it, and it just froze. The lights froze. It did nothing ever since. That was it. Game
Took
over.
a shit. Mind you, this is how many hours after you wrapped up Giant Voice? Just a
Not
handful of
many,
hours
man.
later.
Yeah, it was like, whoa.
Dude,
Oh.
so lucky.
Not
so
to mention,
lucky.
I got to look ahead and go, shit, and I got a damn another episode to do tomorrow.
Tomorrow, which is
And I
today,
gotta-
which right now.
I got episodes to edit and upload. I'm like,
Yep.
you'd be surprised, man. It's crazy. Anyways, that's how it went.
Well, you got it all handled and figure it out because you're awesome, brother.
Well,
Me, I'd have been freaking out. I can't do the episode tomorrow. I'll join from my fucking phone. Fine. Something. I don't know. I would have been freaking out.
well, my household needs the internet. Like my wife does real estate and stuff. The kids
Mhm.
do a lot of their school online. So we really didn't have a choice.
We
Would
do
have been
this.
just for the podcast. Would have been like, figure it out until we can get one.
Damn it.
Damn it. Anyways, so let's move on. Let's get Linda's question out here.
I'm stoked.
Come on.
Let's go.
Come on.
Mary. Are you
Sorry,
there?
I
Y'all
couldn't
put her-
unmute
y'all put her
for
to
some
sleep.
reason.
Mary.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Had a
Okay.
little lamb.
Yes, we're ready.
Okay.
Hold on. All right.
Oh,
now we're
no.
ready. Now we're ready. Go ahead.
I quit.
Success. We haven't done our jobs correctly unless one of our wonderful producers
Says they quit.
or myself, I guess, says that they're gonna quit.
Sorry, Mary.
So-
Go ahead.
Linda's question of the week usually starts out with a preface, and it does again this time. So Linda says, my birthday is next week. Every year on my birthday, I watch
Puts the lotion on
National.
its skin, or else it gets the hose again.
Brandon,
Sorry, I'll stop.
every year on my birthday, I watch National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. It's one of my all-time favorite movies.
On her birthday.
Hell yeah.
So her question is, if you had to live in a holiday movie, which one would you choose? And she gave some examples if you guys want some examples.
There's a lot of them I would live in. Brandon would be in Die Hard.
Yeah.
Since
Oh, that's the one I was gonna say.
Best Christmas movie of all time.
Okay, Brandon, I have a
FYI.
question for you.
7. 5
What
plus
was
2 is
the
7.
name? Yeah, I
I
know.
did that today.
What was the name of the building that Bruce Willis threw? Oh, what's his name? The guy that played Snape. What's the name of the building that he threw him off of?
The Nakatomi Plaza building?
Yes, very good. I'm so proud of you.
So does this mean you have to
Mhm.
play a role as in the movie, like either Bruce Willis or
Dibs on Bruce Willis then.
the villain or the guy that walks in, the snotty little exec that's trying to, talk his way.
Yeah. What was that?
I mean, you have to play a part, right? You have to kind of take over. Which one? I mean, obviously everybody would do Bruce, but I couldn't walk on glass with bare feet.
the-
Do that.
the snotty guy when he was all Hans,
Yes.
Bubby, I'm your white knight.
Oh my god.
That guy, such a fucking douchebag.
I gotta make a correction. Brandon would not be in Die Hard.
Oh God. Nick would be in Gerbilville. I said it.
Brandon would be in the movie Elf saying, "Say Elf one more time."
I'm surprised he didn't say Ferris.
Oh,
Hey, I'll take it.
nah.
There's a whole.
So some
you're-
of the
you're not-
examples,
Never
some
mind.
of the examples that she gave were "It's a Wonderful Life," "Home Alone,"
Hey,
"Elf,"
Brandon.
"A Christmas
You're my best
Story,"
buddy. You
I'm
know
listening
The
to Mary
Grinch.
right now. A Christmas
Brandon.
Story and then what?
"The Grinch."
Hey, Brandon.
Oh, what's up, buddy?
You're my best buddy.
I know you think I am.
No, you are. Seriously, you are, fucker.
My
You know the reason you
Oh,
guys always
God.
have to get married to respond to stuff like more than once is because you never listened to her the first time.
We drew her out again.
Maybe I should take over.
You need to find that eraser.
Lou, you would quit real quick.
Lou, what movie would you be in?
I know if Jacob had a choice, he would be in The Grinch. That's for sure. That's like one of his favorite movies, Christmas movies.
Lou, did I
Or
have
The
that-
Polar Express. Or The Polar Express.
I would probably be in the one where the kid sticks his tongue out and it gets frozen on
Christmas
the
Story.
pole.
A
Yeah,
Christmas Story.
that seems like me.
Did
Mm,
Richard Pryor make
Why?
a
Because
Christmas
you
movie?
lick poles, Lou?
I don't know.
No comment.
Wow.
Where did that come
Wow.
from? Brandon, that's you rubbing off on me. Stop it.
Oh, you want to blame me for that? Okay, sure.
Stay out of the
You
chat.
said you
Why
like to
not?
take blames.
Why not? I'll
You
be
guys are
what,
bad
what was it I was saying the
influences.
other week? I'll be your fall guy. I'm your huckleberry.
Or Hucklebearer. Which
No,
one?
if I'm gonna be in a Christmas movie, I want to be in either a happy one or a fun one, right? Like
Well, wouldn't a fun one be happy?
not necessarily,
Really?
not necessarily. I'm talking like happy the whole time, kind of.
You want to
know,
be in
they're
Bad Santa.
having a wonderful time. Not as much as I love Die Hard, and no, I don't want to be in Bad Santa. See, you think I just don't hear you? kind of just ignore you.
It's that selective hearing
Sometimes.
thing.
Selective something or
It
other.
be that way sometimes. It be that way.
But like I just said, Die Hard is the greatest Christmas movie of all time, and I truly do believe
Why
that.
do
And
people
if
say that? It's
anybody
not even a
say it's
Christmas
not a
movie.
Christmas, oh, dude, you're fired.
Notice how I would have said that right at the right time.
I quit.
We had the same thought. You were thinking it is, and I'm saying no, it's not.
My
Did you-
wife
My luck.
claims that it's not a Christmas movie, and you know what?
All right,
My
Brett.
luck.
high
She's
five.
wrong.
I would probably get stuck in a movie like Rudolph, the clay
The
animated.
That'd be
claymation.
great.
Yeah, that's where I would end up.
And you
Can
would
I be
play-
Yukon Cornelius?
I told you you should have been him for.
Silver.
I had said you should have dyed your beard red and been that guy for Halloween. Remember?
But you did not say his name. I just
Yes, I
had
did.
no
I
clue
said
who
I
you
put
were
a
talking
picture of him
about.
in the line group.
Says the man wearing flannel.
Ferris, nobody asked you. Ferris is going to be. Damn, I just was watching this. What's his name? Hermie.
Oh Lord.
You would have been Hermie. You would have been.
I want to be a dentist.
That's the first time I've ever tried his voice. I think it was way off. Anyway,
You know, when I
can
got-
completely picture Nick, in Home Alone, Lost in New York, the guy that plays Marv when he electrocutes himself. I can totally picture Nick's beard.
no.
Don't jinx the man.
No.
He does that stuff. for a
No.
living.
No. The best Home Alone scene ever of any of them that I've only seen the first like 3. Didn't they come out with like a 4th one? I'm not sure if they did any
I
more
only
than
seen
I
that.
think it was just 3.
I don't know. The third one didn't have the right people in it, so I didn't.
Yeah,
I
the
didn't
third
like
one
that
was a
one.
different kid. It wasn't Macaulay Culkin. It was someone else. And I'm like, this movie fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Anyway,
The first 2 were the only
best
ones that
scene
count.
ever.
The
I
brick
used to- I-
scene.
No, I used to rewind this over
Mary,
and over
Only
and
we get
over
to talk
as a
over
child.
people.
Yeah. So stop talking over me, Nick. I don't care.
If I don't talk over you, I don't get hurt.
Oh, that's. What,
That's
go ahead,
probably
Brandon.
true.
I'm sorry. I
It's probably
apologize for Mary's rude interruption.
Dude, she's going to actually quit.
She knows I love her to death.
Mary, you're going to want to stick around for this scene to play in your head before you quit, okay? Best one ever from the first Home Alone when he takes the tarantula and puts it on Marv's face.
Oh, yeah.
And he's screaming.
Yeah, that might be my favorite scene in the first one.
As a kid, whenever that movie would come on,
You
and we had
fast-forwarded
the
past
ability,
that,
we
didn't you?
had the ability to. My dad and I would rewind that scene 15, 20 times. My mom would finally like go into the kitchen or whatever. Let that shit play through. Whatever she'd say, right? And we're both just on the floor dying. It was
Oh
awesome.
man, the multiple reverse Uno that we had to rewind over. That's what we call it, reverse Uno action. Anyway, and there's my train.
I
Is
heard
when
There's
Marv
a
does
long black train.
When
coming
Marv does
round.
that.
Coming down the
that, and he
line.
goes to point, and the he can't talk. That's hilarious.
You know what? I'm
Joseph
gonna
and the kids love the brick scene.
I can't think of this. What movie would I want to be in?
I'm gonna answer Linda's question right now. Thanks to my wife, she happened to be in the garage when I said Jacob would probably be in the Grinch, and she said or Polar Express, and that's why I said it. I want to be in the Polar Express because when they hit that crazy fucking like downhill gnarly roller coaster looking part, and they're like tied to the front bumper of the or whatever it's called of the train by just a bathrobe like strap, right? I want to ride that ride. That looks fun. That's the only reason I want to be in the Polar Express to ride that ride.
I would be in the Headless Horseman. Wait, that's Halloween.
Ichabod Crane,
Yeah.
Halloween.
Damn it, there's so many I like. I don't know. It's hard to choose.
You know, for someone who didn't even dress up for the Halloween episode, your head is not in the game here, pal.
Anyway,
I could see you being Krampus.
Krampus is a mean thing. I love Christmas.
Are you sure?
Oh yeah.
Christmas is the best time of
I'm
the
so
year, as far as I'm
disappointed, dude,
concerned.
because I'm the decorator of nutsness, and I haven't done anything outside because I've had so much going on, and I'm like, what the really?
Dude, even I got our outdoor decorations up this year.
It's eating me alive inside.
With everything
Hey.
going on, I was able to get our decorations up this year.
You guys,
I was
can't-
up on the roof. Dude.
My hand is up.
Yes, Mary, go ahead. You can raise your hand on the actual Zoom meeting.
We'll ignore it, but you can do it.
Can I put my actual hand down though? I mean, I know you guys can't see me.
Your
but-
actual hand is raised and you're
Yeah.
not on video. I love it.
That's,
Yes.
That's
For
great.
that, I will even let you finish the question before cutting you off.
Okay, so you know my neighbors that had the giant blow up turkey?
I don't know your neighbors. I don't.
You guys were talking about this earlier.
I know. I remember you said you had a turkey guy across the street.
Yeah, okay. So now they have a giant blow up Santa and his reindeer in their front yard.
That's awesome.
The
Reminds me,
turkey came
Brandon,
down and
I
the
have a bone to pick
Santa
with
went
you.
up.
Before you pick your bone there, sir, you just calm down, okay? Because to go along with Mary's giant inflatable turkey and now the inflatable Santa, we have
No,
two
no, yeah.
7-foot tall Santas
That's what I was going to talk about.
blown up in our front yard, as well as a 6-foot tall Grinch
Yeah, and this and that.
and a 3.5-foot tall
Yeah.
penguin and a 4-foot tall inflatable reindeer
That's exactly
And
what I
I've got
wanted to
Christmas lights
mention.
all around the roof of the
That
house
was my bone to pick with you.
that you've been slacking and you ain't done shit.
I had to, when it first started, a long time ago, I got the big ass fucking blow up snowman.
Dude, I used to have a 7.5-foot
That's how
tall
big this dude was.
Santa
This
that was
snowman.
he had a camouflage Santa suit.
Anyways,
It was awesome.
I got this thing because my son loves snowmen. When
Was he
little.
Frosty the Snowman, like top hat and everything, or was he just a
Yeah, he
snowman?
had a candy cane. He had the hat.
Okay.
And I blew it up for my son in the living room, and he was scared.
In the living you inflated
I
it
just showed him. I
indoors.
was like, check this thing out.
How old was your son again?
He's like, young. He's little. I don't remember. 4 or 5, something. I don't know.
He's like young.
Okay, you guys are gonna
I'm
get
not
mad
Super
at me
specific.
because
I love it.
We're mad at
I'm
you.
gonna
'cause I'm
tell
not
you
done.
I have a story to tell,
Well,
and
you're
you're
gonna
gonna
wait.
think it's
I'm
gonna
in the
be
middle of
super
mine.
long.
So then I had the snowman outside, and every time
See, there goes Mary trying to cut you off.
I know. Every time we would leave the house or come home, my son would look and walk far away from him. He eventually liked it after a while.
That's awesome.
My point is, but ever since then, like I just had the one, but I had all the normal decorations.
Yeah.
But nowadays, I'm driving by houses and everybody just puts out like 10 of those fucking blow up things. There you go. And
Hey,
I'm like,
from
come on.
experience,
So when
from
I
experience,
seen your
they are
picture
work.
of your decorations,
They
and
are
first I
work.
started seeing the nice lights, and then you had all those. I'm like, what a come on.
Those inflatable decorations are work, man.
I had
First-
one. I had a
First,
big
you got to
one.
run all the power out there. You got to
You gotta
make
do it
sure
for
you have
lights.
fucking plugs to plug them all in, right? You got to test them and make sure they're going to inflate and all that. Then you got to set them up in the order that you want them to be in. And then you got to stake them sons of bitches into the ground. And then you got to run the little stabilizer line things and all that. And you know, in my front yard, it's like all rock. What are you clapping for, Mary? Or are you trying to raise your hand?
In my day,
Yeah, I was
we
trying
didn't
to raise my
have
hand.
electricity,
Oh.
so
Under-
we had
underneath.
to blow that thing and keep it going.
Underneath where it says raise hand is where you
Yeah,
raise your
I got
hand.
it. Thank
Okay,
you.
yeah. Now you click on that same thing and then
Mary
hit
doesn't
lower
like us
hand,
to
and then
finish
you know
our
we'll let you
stories.
go.
She's got to jump in and tell hers is more important than hers.
I actually want to hear Mary's story.
All right, Mary, what's
I
your
think-
story?
I think you guys are actually going to find this funny.
But you have
So-
to lower your hand first.
Oh,
Because when you raise your hand, you move him on my screen, and now I need him to move back to where he was.
sorry. Better.
No,
Are
he's
you
still in
happy
that
now?
spot. I don't know
Can we move
why.
on?
Anyway, so when we lived in the old neighborhood, the one that we had the house fire at, we always decorated with Christmas lights. We had, lights in the bushes, lights all the way around the house and the garage, and
Deer lights match your
the
bushes.
whole thing. Yes, they did. Thank you very much. They were
Wow,
all white lights.
dude, you went there
That
and
was
she
bad.
answered. What the?
I answered like super quick too. Did you catch that? Anyway,
For a
so
second, I thought it was Lou talking to us because that's something that she would normally do. But
That's-
Mary, you go ahead, please.
yeah, let's don't say her
Let's
name because
just
she
leave
might
her
pop
out
in.
of this.
Yeah.
Thank
So
you.
anyway, our next door neighbor decided he was going to make some wooden reindeer, right? So he had a few that he put out in front of his house, and we had a
So
couple.
what you're saying is your neighbor had wood?
Can you just let me finish the story? My
Okay.
stories wouldn't take so long if you guys would just let me talk.
Well, that's not true. Go ahead, Mary.
I'm gonna mute now.
Okay, your
You
guy
won't
had
get to hear the
wood.
end of it.
You touched the wood.
Oh,
we
my
had
God.
we had two reindeer in our front yard, and early one Sunday morning, like everybody's getting up and get ready to go to church and do their thing, and our
And meanwhile,
neighbors
Nick's
are
over here
driving
talking
by,
about wood.
and
Wow, yeah.
somebody had rearranged the deer in our front yard.
Oh.
So that, yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
What the heck?
Yeah.
good sense of humor.
We had
Were
a
they all
fun
of a sudden
neighborhood.
in the rut?
That's something Ferris would have did.
They were trying to make a baby doe.
There's a nice little segment real quick. Let's talk about what was the funniest thing? Well, I guess I can't because you guys don't have snow.
Hey, did you ever say what Christmas movie you would be in, Nick?
I didn't get a chance. Mary was important to tell her story.
Well, we still got to answer Linda's question. I said Polar Express. What movie would you be in?
Honey, what movie would I be in? I keep saying there's so many I,
have a
like. I don't
feeling-
know.
I have a feeling you would be in like one of the cartoon shows Christmas shorts. You know what I mean? Like one of the 8 to 10 minute kind of things, not a full blown movie.
I would have been. I would have.
I don't
liked
see
to-
you doing the whole thing.
I actually would have liked to have been in like Scrooge or something.
Oh, like a Christmas Carol?
Christmas Carol.
No, not a Christmas Carol.
Yeah.
Yeah, a Christmas Carol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Christmas Carol.
I love those movies. You could
So-
totally be Ebenezer Scrooge.
When the
Wouldn't be
question
him.
came out, I actually told Linda that if it wasn't a Christmas movie, I would have been in Groundhog Day because I like making mistakes over and over again. You learn from them. But can you imagine
know what?
being that good of a pianist?
Well, that's the thing, dude. Like you mentioned that whenever I've seen Groundhog Day, I look at it and go, I would totally go through that just to learn all this stuff. Like right now, I'm 35 years old and I'm just now trying to teach myself how to play the guitar of all things, right? Like if I had a Groundhog Day life going on, it don't matter because when tomorrow does finally hit, for everybody else that I know and my family and everything, they're like, you learn how to play guitar in one day? No, you have no idea. Don't ask.
Dude, I would have loved to have been Groundhog Day because if I timed it right, I would be able to get laid every day. It would just keep happening over and over again.
Oh, good God.
So
it's-
on a
it-
lighter note,
So what would you do with the other 23 hours and 58 minutes?
Drink coffee.
today
Coffee
while I
cup.
was at the doctor's office, they asked me if any of my information changed. And I thought about you guys and I said, no, ma'am. I said, wait, unless I can go back and be born like 10 years later. I said, if I can change that information, then that'd be great. And there was another chick in the waiting room and she was like, yeah, definitely. I'd like to go back 10 or 20 years back when I had a rocking hot body. And I was like, yeah, and no kids. And it was kind of funny.
Dude, so that's a
Oh,
good question.
geez.
So I'm 40. What if I could go back and I'd be 30 today, which means I was be born in 91 and not 81.
Oof. I don't want to be born in 96.
Would you do it?
No.
I don't
No.
want to have to go through being a kid again.
So hang on. You're talking about like wake up tomorrow 10 years younger, but in the same position as you're in today?
If I could wake up 10 or 20 or 30 years younger, but still have everything I know right now, I would do that.
Okay. So just to clarify, I think Ferris just said yes to my question, but I want further
Yes, it's
clarification
today,
here.
but you're 10 years younger.
Yeah.
And you were born 10 years later.
Yeah.
Do we still have the same knowledge as we do right now?
So
yes,
Yeah.
it's today. You yes. It's like daylight savings. You're setting the clock back.
Well, I
and
know
you
it's still
gain that.
today, but that
Hey,
don't mean
Brandon, you
necessarily
know
got
you
the
can put your
memory.
hand up, right?
yeah, but they can see me.
Watch out, you're gonna get an Uber.
So if that were to happen though, like if I woke up tomorrow and all of a sudden rewound 10 years and I'm 25, right? Because I was born in 96.
And
all
you
of a
jump
sudden,
on the podcast, me, I'm like, what the
no,
fuck
no, no,
happened
no,
to me?
no. The podcast wouldn't be in existence. I wouldn't be
Why?
married to my wife. I wouldn't have my children because my wife is the same age as me, and we've been with each other now since 2010, so 12 years.
Sorry, Brett.
So that would mean that we would have essentially gotten together when I was like 13 and she
years
was
younger.
25. So no, it can't happen. It
Okay, so no,
cannot happen.
everything stays the same. You're just 10 years younger.
Now that I would do. Yes. I am still me. I still have my knowledge. I've still gone
That's what
through
I
my
just
life,
said.
but it just the time itself got taken.
Yes, that's what I was.
That's what Nick said, and I
quit.
agree with
He
him
was
on that.
look. He
Yes,
was
I
too
would do that.
worried about not having his wife and kids. Okay, he was not listening to
Dude,
you.
you have her, but you're younger. You're.
How would Britt feel about that? A 10-year younger.
A 10-year younger me.
That could go either way.
She would
Depends.
probably want to.
Could go either way.
She would most definitely want to see that guy again, because that guy, man, is he done falling apart.
He don't fall apart.
Okay, he don't work like he used to. Belly gets in the way of things. Shoulders are bad, knees are bad, back's bad. Can't hardly do shit. Lazy son of a bitch. Oh wait, that's me now. I'm lazy. I'm just saying, she'd probably want to see that guy again. That dude was in pretty good shape.
So Nick, you said you'd do it.
Oh yeah.
How would Linda feel about it?
I would do that in a heartbeat.
Oh, she'd be feeling good about it.
Did you have the BOG going on?
I don't think he had the beard.
No. This has only been
I didn't have the beard either.
a few years.
Yeah. How old were you when you first started growing your beard for the very first time, dude?
Oh, it's been a while, but I never let it grow. I always kept it pretty dang trimmed.
No, I mean like when you first let it just grow out, you're like, fuck it, just go.
It was just
How
a
old
few
were you?
years ago.
Just a few years ago? The very first time I ever tried growing a beard, I was 29 years old. That was only 6 years ago. I think we shared that on a previous episode, one of our super early ones. But yeah, dude, if I woke up 10 years younger, this would be all gone. Like,
No,
be in shape.
everything's the same. You're just younger.
You guys, I just had a fan text me and say, "Are y'all not recording tonight?"
Yes, we are.
Oh.
And it wasn't Owen.
Let me
Or
guess.
Amber.
It wasn't Amber or Owen.
No.
Are they looking for a live function?
They are.
Hmm.
They
Give him
are.
the link.
We are not live tonight, people.
Damn, this would have been funny live.
Sorry.
So back to my thing. Wintertime or just Christmas?
No,
or whatever,
Mary,
but-
to you, real quick.
So was there like any of you guys do at any point in your life like a prank during this time? Like how Mary's seen the guy that did the deers?
Deer.
I'm not
Plural
that
of
much of a
deer is
prankster.
deer.
Huh? What, Brandon?
So y'all know the little elf the elf on the shelf?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
But fair.
Jacob,
No.
Jacob named him this year. Our elf's name is Jingles.
Because
But
he
to
has
answer-
bells.
I'm muting now.
I'm so done.
I had to ask. I mean,
Lord
tis
have
the
mercy.
season.
This show
Tinsel
is-
and bells. I mean, he's got it.
Oh my God. Nick, I forgot your question.
Any of you guys do like?
That's what I was trying to say, though, Nick. To answer your question, so the Elf on the Shelf, my previous marriage, when my girls were all young, I think it's been out for a while,
Yeah.
and I mean, it was fun. It's still fun, but
At
back
first.
then it was fun because it was my job to move the thing, right?
Oh my god.
I was just talking about this in another chat group the other day, and I went online and found some precarious, locations and positions that people have put this elf in. And I'm like, I did that. I did that too.
I have one.
Put it in a toilet paper roll.
We got the elf a number of years before we had our
Never
first
did that elf
child.
thing. I never had one.
1 year I took a bungee cord out of the garage and I wrapped it around like a stuffed teddy bear and then put that on the kitchen counter. And then I put the elf next to him with a rocks glass half full of whiskey and a knife in his hand.
Oh my God.
It was awesome.
Well, it was a couple of years ago. I was stuck in my in-laws.
Mm-hmm.
We were in between places, and a friend of mine, they were like going on vacation or something for some time. So like, if you want to go to our house and stay there, there's nobody. You could have your Christmas there. We're like, oh, cool. So we go there, and we had a nice snow.
Mm-hmm.
And there's an image I seen once, like Googling. I don't remember how we came across it, and I had the thought in my head, and I'm like, that's what we're doing. He has I forget the year, 68 or something, Dodge Dart.
Mm.
And it's got the car cover on it for the winter. He's got it sitting there. we go out. I got a picture of it. I should share it, but I don't know where it is. We packed all the snow from the trunk of it all the way across to right to the top of the windshield. A penis and balls.
Oh my God. You would.
Huge.
Tinsel and bells.
Then we gave him a call real quick. We were like, Pete, we got to show you some. It's snowing outside. I was like, yeah. And we already showed his wife. She was dying laughing. They all get her over there. I ran up to the second story bedroom because his car was right under that window. And I have it, and he was like, you motherfucker. Oh, it was great, dude. We were laughing so hard I was crying.
I just
That's
pictured Nick
awesome.
in "'Twas the Night Before Christmas" when he said that. I ran to the window, the second story.
I sprang from the bed to see what was the matter. And what to my wondering eyes should appear?
But a cock and
Penis and balls.
I just
Oh
found
my,
a
what a classic.
yeah, no shit. I just found a picture. This is from the old house before we had kids. It's another one that I did with the elf. I set him down on the closed toilet and I took an empty Coors Light can, put it in a koozie, and he's like drinking from it. I don't know if you can see it. Awesome.
You're a nerd. I never
try.
had the elf thing.
He's fun. He's fun. Every once in a while, though, it's like you wake up in the morning, right? And like, for example, this happened, I think 3 days ago. Woke up and my very first thought was, fuck, I didn't move the elf.
Oh man, it owns you. It
Yeah.
becomes like
big time. I will say we're lucky because we have not purchased any of the reindeer.
I was quick thinking actually this morning that happened with our second youngest, and she's 8. And she gets up, gets all dressed for school, gets backpack on, goes up the steps, and she's at the bus stop in front of the house waiting for the school bus with her brothers, and she's like, "Oh, where was the elf?" She didn't even look for it. No, every morning she looks for it. And I'm like, well, you have to wait till you get back from school and find it, I guess. You know,
Oh,
it's
you
a
got
she.
lucky.
No. That's not the end of it. I was not that lucky because then later she came home. I forgot all day long. I forgot to move the thing.
Oh,
and
no, dude.
And she goes home. First thing she does, and she didn't move. I said, well, she didn't move because you didn't find her this morning. So now she's got to wait till tonight to move.
Oh, you got okay.
She bought
that's
it.
Pretty quick thinking. That's pretty quick thinking.
I'm bad. Yeah, so.
You were up at like the butt crack of dawn this morning too.
I was. I'm always up early.
Why?
Nightmares of my dad running through the house growing up, singing Chantilly Lace at the top of his lungs as our alarm clock.
Oh, that'll do it.
Yeah.
There's the camouflage Santa.
Lord have mercy. What happened to him?
He deflated. The kiddo in the middle is my niece, by the way, from a long time ago. I miss the camo Santa. He was awesome. Chantilly lace as your alarm clock running through the house. No, I don't want to. No.
Every Sunday
No.
morning, even though we had cassette tapes and record players and whatever when I was super young.
Old.
super young. Yeah, I know. I'm old.
Oh,
Not that much older than you though, Ferris. But when I was super young and I still shared a bedroom with my younger brother, every Sunday morning, my dad put Don Williams on the 8-track.
On the 8-track? Did you just say 8-track?
Yes.
Mary, go home. Go home. You're drunk.
My dad, it's as far as I know, it still works.
No.
Yeah, for real. I still had
Awesome.
my original Nintendo that he bought me for like my 8th birthday.
You have an original Nintendo.
I did until it burned in the house fire.
How many times you blow on that thing?
Oh,
You
so
leave
many.
those cartridges alone.
And occasionally we would have to
That was
put
the weirdest
another
thing.
cartridge on top of
It
the
always
bottom
worked, though.
cartridge.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it got to the
It
point
always
where
worked.
I had to wedge a little piece of cardboard in there to hold it down.
When the screen goes out. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Little
duck
tweak.
still hunts though, buddy.
Oh man, dude, I would kill to have like an original NES.
Hey,
Just-
did y'all hear the rumor about Duck Hunt where it's actually a 2-player game?
Yeah.
Where
Do you have it,
where
Mary?
the second player can control the ducks, right?
Yes.
I heard
Is that-
about
Mary,
that.
do you have
They
that
can
game?
control the
Yeah.
ducks? I didn't know that.
That's what I think I'm
We
seeing. I
need-
saw
we
the
need to
same
put
thing
this to a
Ferris saw. Ferris
scientific
shared it somewhere or
test.
something. We got to try that. Yes.
Mary, that's all you got to do it. I don't have a Nintendo.
I want to know
Wait.
if it's true. Anybody out there
Mine-
listening, watching on YouTube, if you've done this and you know verifiably without a shadow of a doubt that player 2 in Duck Hunt can control the ducks, you let us know.
because I would definitely be the ducks and be on the dog side because that's basically what would happen. You know.
What the hell was that?
My
That was his
impression
impression of the
Nintendo
dog.
You know, when you miss all 3 shots, it's like
The dog laughs
laughing
at you.
Okay. Okay. Wow.
My brother was so mad at me because we had to take turns. Like it was my present, but it was for both of us. So when we would play original Mario, really, Nick? Thank
What?
you. When we would play the original Mario, I was better than him. So he would die like in the first 15 seconds. He'd run into one of those little turtle duck things. And I rescued the princess
I was
once,
hushing you.
turned right around and rescued her again without losing a life. He was so mad.
I would be laughing.
I was. He wasn't.
I missed the story because I just received a text message.
all it was, Brandon, is you never want to see a grown man in overalls dancing on a pole.
No, I don't.
No, can't say that I do.
I believe you are 100% correct. Just throwing it out there.
I don't even want to see that.
However, if you do, you might get like 3 to 6 fireworks for completing the level. So
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious. You
so how's the
guys-
shopping going?
Shopping? Did you say shopping?
Shopping.
Horrible.
What shopping? I'm broke.
Shopping. With a shopping cart. Yeah. Or a buggy.
No, it's a shopping cart
It's a buggy.
or just a cart.
Or a trolley.
Or
Trolley.
if you go to our local Safeway with my children, buddy, do you want to ride in the police car or the fire truck or the race car?
Or it's going really fast down a hill.
Not with
We had
my
a-
kids in it, but sure, if it's an empty cart, why not? I'll
No,
watch
with
it.
you in it. You jump in it and you go, wee.
No. I'm way too old, broken, fat, and brittle for that jackass type shit.
Why not?
No,
You're afraid
dude,
you're
I
gonna-
would die.
You're gonna
I
be
would die.
flying
I would
and
die.
you're gonna hit that one little pebble.
Exactly. I will figure out a way to get severely injured and or die. Like, no. I like living.
Well,
I know
guys,
where I'm going when I'm done living, but I'm in no super big rush to get there. Let's just put it that way, okay?
enough. Okay.
My
If I woke up tomorrow 10 years younger, I'd probably consider it. Just saying.
Well, I know.
My oldest, who is my stepson, wrecked a I can't think of it, wheelchair. Because he wanted to, I had like a hand-me-down wheelchair that just kind of stayed out in the garage. I didn't need it. So it was just around for in case I passed out or something. But yeah, he and some of his friends,
Oh, that's not funny.
decided
Why did
that
I
they
laugh?
were that they were gonna take
I'm only
it
laughing because you're laughing, Ferris.
down the hill on the ice, and
I feel woozy. Get the chair.
You know what I used
y'all
to
ain't
have?
right.
And
I'm
used
sorry, Mary.
I was going to use it
just-
for Halloween, but then I sold it to a guy that does a haunted house. I had one of those really old, like wickery looking wheelchairs that you see in like the old insane asylums back in the
Yeah.
I had one of those things.
Oh
It was a spooky chair.
Mary, I'm laughing at that because before I got married, I was renting a home, and it had in the shop, it had a wheelchair in it, along with other stuff too, tools or whatever that I was able to use. But this wheelchair became like my porch chair. I mean, it was so comfortable. I would be in the
Yeah.
garage
We can escape while
sitting
we're
in it.
talking.
I mean, it was awesome. I mean, and then I got thinking about the whole wives' tale about if you're you sit in them, it might end up happening to you. So I stopped doing that. These guys,
They are
That's it.
crazy
That's a wrap.
tonight.
that's it. We've gone over time anyway. So as the executive producer, like, share,
Alright.
comment, subscribe.
Tell us what you
Yes.
like. Tell us what you don't like.
Say it all. You started
Do the
it, buddy.
thing.
You started it. You did the thing. Oh,
I
Nick's
just want
chair.
to know why. I just want
My
to know why
chair-
both
oh,
of
look
them are
what
on
here.
their
I
knees.
found a chair.
Nick, your chair's exposing itself.
It's
No,
topless.
Ferris, you started it. You started the thing. You got to finish the thing. Come on.
Yep, you do the thing.
Yeah, dude, it was sounding so good.
It sounded very professional, and
Oh, don't you even start with that bullshit.
Not
You're on your
even-
phone and we know you've
your
got
phone
service.
sounding so perfectly clear.
Notice how he mutes himself.
People, it's the end of the show. You can go home now.
That's it. It's over.
Closing
Like in Ferris Bueller's Day
time.
Off.
Turn all of the lights out and let yourself into the world.
Closing time. That's all I
There's
know.
no need to go home, but you can't stay here in my beard. Anyways,
Why don't you stay down on my knee?
I think you're.
I'm so tired of
Special.
being lonely. I'm waiting for Mary to join in because now we're doing her her game.
I really can't stay.
It's 3 a.m. I must be lonely.
No.
Why? Oh, you
I
want me to
Nick is
go
singing.
listen to
Nick is
songs?
singing outlawed
Baby,
songs
it's cold
now.
outside.
That's the same song. I thought we were supposed to sing a different
But
song.
baby, it's cold outside.
Well, maybe just a cigarette more.
Your lips are like a tropical shore.
I'm pretty sure that's not the words.
What the
It is at
hell?
some
I
point.
don't think
it
that's the
rhymes.
game, buddy.
Anyways,
Oh my goodness.
we just sang that song, so too bad we brought back.
We're having a heat wave. A
Now you have to sing-
tropical heat wave.
Now you have to sing WAP too, just to make it
Since
fair.
you said
Come
tropical.
on.
Yeah, you do it. I'm not doing it. I don't know the
Yeah,
song.
I don't even know it.
Yeah, right.
I don't know it.
Ferris is in the shower with his back scrubber and he's twerking and
I want to.
What?
I can't.
I'm so lost right now.
I want to gag. I
Wow.
want to joke.
he's more
All right. Well, on
With
that
that-
note, y'all, thank you so much for being here. We are going to wrap this thing up this time. Please make sure you like, subscribe, comment,
Subscribe,
share. Go buy us a
comment.
coffee.
share.
Nick's echoing.
Buy us a coffee.
Buy us a there it is.
And don't forget to watch Giant Voice.
That's
Hey.
right. You got to go see that right now. Oh, wait, you can't right now. I gotta get up.
Hey, can you buy me a coffee?
He's stuck in a hole and he's hungry.
It's cold down here.
Hey, and thank you to Linda for the question of the day.
Yes.
Good job, buddy. Nobody even said that to you.
I know. He didn't have to be reminded in chat or text message or
I'm
nothing.
so proud. He's going to get a bonus this week.
A bonus. Look at
It's a
him.
bonus on nothing.
Look at him. His chair is bonus
0%
enough
increase.
because it's fully exposed itself now. And on that note, that's
Next.
a wrap, people. Thank you.
Love y'all.
Catch you next time.
Peace.